So I came across a story the other day in some notes I was going through. I don't know who the author was, but it found me at a time when I needed to hear it. And so I thought, well, maybe you need to hear it too. So there was a shipwreck. And after the shipwreck, the only survivor was washed up on the shore of this small, uncharted, uninhabited island in the middle of nowhere. Well, it was somewhere, right? But you know. So anyway, he prayed feverishly for God to rescue him. And every day he would scan the horizon for help. And every day, nothing. And so exhausted, he eventually managed to build a little hut out of driftwood to protect himself from the elements and to store his few possessions that he had scavenged for. And then one day, after scavenging for food, he arrived home to find his little hut in flames, with smoke rolling up to the sky. And so after all he had been through, he felt now the worst has happened and everything is lost. And he was stunned with disbelief and grief and anger, and he cries out, "God, how could you do this to me?" And so he went to sleep that night in this feeling of hopelessness. And he's finally ready to give up. Then early the next day, he was awakened by the sound of a ship approaching the island. A ship had come to rescue him. And so this weary, worn-out man approaches his rescuers. He says, "How did you know I was here? How did you find me?" And they said, "We saw your smoke signal." You know, it's easy to get discouraged when things are going bad, but time and time again, Scripture speaks into our fear with the encouraging words, "Don't lose heart." God is at work in our lives, even in the time of pain and suffering. When I think about the Psalms, many, if not most, of the Psalms were sung as part of Hebrew worship. And I wish I knew the original tune for the 33rd Psalm, but nonetheless, listen to the poetic music of verses 16 through 22 of Psalm 33. "No king is delivered by his vast army. A warrior is not saved by his great might. A horse disappoints those who trust in it for victory. Despite its great strength, it cannot deliver. Look, the Lord takes notice of His loyal followers, those who wait for Him to demonstrate His faithfulness by saving their lives from death and sustaining them during times of famine. We wait for the Lord. He is our deliverer and our shield, for our hearts rejoice in Him, for we trust in His holy name. May we experience your faithfulness, Lord, for we wait for you." We wait for you. So the next time your little hut seems to be burning to the ground, remember, it just may be a smoke signal that summons the grace of God.